Oh man, it has been a minute since I've been fishing. I have never been to this body of water. It just happened to be 5 minutes out of my way on my way home today. Not actually way home, on my way to church from hospital. My dad had surgery last week, a week ago tomorrow. On the scale, what the doctor said, the surgeon said, on the scale of craziness of surgeries, from the most crazy to the most like normal, his was one of the craziest. So he had a AAA repaired. So aortic aneurysm, they had to cut into his chest all the way down through his torso. Oh, I think there's a fish behind that. All the way down through his torso, and repair his aortic artery, good grief, his abdominal aorta, so it didn't burst. It was a widowmaker. So anyway, I have not been home much. I've been home one day in the last week. I worked this past Wednesday, and then the next, and stayed home, and then I've been either at the hospital or in a hotel room ever since. I got about 20 minutes. I'm going straight to church, and I've got about 20 minutes to kill. So throw a little top water here for a little bit and see if there's anything here that wants to hit that. Had a little bluegill or something pecking at it a minute ago. Beautiful morning. Yeah, so surgery went well as could be expected, but then recovery is a whole different thing. It hurts organs to do what he did. So he already had kidney issues, so really monitoring his kidney function, and it's popping back the way it's supposed to. He had some colon ischemia. For you non-doctors out there, that means fear of his colon actually dying. Showed some signs that his colon had some dying spots to it, just from the trauma of surgery. So worried about that. That took extra long. And he's a smoker. He's been smoking forever, so his lungs also pose an issue to get his breathing back in place. So yeah, it's just been a tougher road to recovery than any of us really wanted, but he is on the road to recovery, so that's good. Oh, something little just pecked at it. So yesterday really turned a corner. Really 2 days ago was good, but yesterday really turned a corner. Doing well. Started getting some tubes and stuff out of him, and his personality was back. So all those great things. Just really hopeful. Just hoping he can get into an actual bed. He is still in the ICU, so he's still in the ICU, so hoping he can get into an actual bed out of the ICU here in the next day or two and start eating some real foods. He hasn't been able to eat any food, really drink anything either. Yesterday it was a big day. They got him some ice chips. Obviously he's getting fluid through an IV, but yeah, imagine sucking air for 5 days without being able to wet your whistle. It's been tough. been tough. But he's alive and recovering, so that's the most important stuff. Alive and recovering. Can't believe there's not at least a little bass over in here. Wanting to hit a topwater. I did see one hit under that tree over there. Kind of scared to. Oh no! That would have been bad. Scared to cast over in there too far. Well, there went one right there on the rocks. There went a fish. Maybe it could have been a carp. Oh, there's a fish laying right there. The question is it a bass or is it a carp? Come on, blow it up. Come on, be a bass. Come on. Not a bass on these rocks? Dang it. Yeah, there it was. Alright. There it was. I was surprised there wasn't a bass on these rocks. Not a bad one either. Oh, that's a nice fish. Alright, buddy. Come here. Nice bass. Come back down. Yeah. A couple pound, 2, maybe 3. It's a nice healthy fish. Oh, sorry, buddy. Oh, he swam off fine. He's okay. Dang it. Sorry about that. Shoot. Don't like dropping fish, but that's what happens. So, anyway, I caught a fish. That is awesome. So yeah, my sister's been there with my dad almost the whole time, thankfully. She went home. She was home yesterday, but she'll come back today. I left today. She'll come back today. But hoping to hear some really good news from her that he's able to get out of the ICU today. That would be huge. I know they're still watching his colon to make sure that it's functioning right, but every day the reports have been better. So anyway, I don't know. I mean, it's kind of scary. Everybody, kind of assumes that, but here's the thing. I know the Lord, and I know that whatever happens, I'll be fine. Even if it's really hard stuff. And some people might say, well, yeah, now you say that on the back end of it. But no, that's where I've been the whole time. Like, there's anxiety a little bit, but really not fear. And I know there's a fine line there between like fear and anxiety, but I just trust God that He'll take care of me, even if worst case scenario happens. Eventually my dad's going to die. And he knows who the Lord is. Even though I wish his relationship with... Oh, there was something right behind it. Guess a little bluegill. Saw a swirl. As much as I wish he had the kind of relationship with the Lord that I do, he is a believer. So I know where he's going to go. He knows what Jesus did for him. So I know what awaits him on the backside of this earth, but still, hard. Hard to see him go through it. Hard to see my sister go through it. But there must be little bluegills over there. I see swirls come up behind it. I'm going to throw, after this cast, I'm going to throw my little beetle spin. First fish I caught in a while, though. Man, that fish right under that log over there is just teasing me. No way to get a lure to it from here. I mean, oh, something little just pecked at it. Good grief. Now I'm going to throw that little bobby garland. Yeah, I give up on that. Okay. Before I run out of time, change things up a little right here. I wonder how pressured these fish get just being right here by these docks. Probably very. That's okay. Oh, got a weed. Where's my little spinner not spinning? So yeah, I've never been to this body of water. I know it's here. I know it's got some nice fish in it. It's, from what I've heard, it's really good bass and really good bluegill lake, actually. Oh, that's fish. That's fish. That is, man, if I wasn't going to church afterwards, that green sunfish would be coming home in a Ziploc bag for catfish bait. It's your lucky day, green sunfish. It is your lucky day. More bass activity back in that wood. I'm guessing if you just worked offshore through there, just casted with a top water, you'd do pretty well this morning. Decent bit of action on the surface. I do not have my boat. I do not have that time. I'm actually surprised my alarm hasn't gone off yet. Well, if nothing else, it was good to get out and stretch a line a little bit before I head to church here this morning. So, real nice bass and a green sunfish on a lake I've never fished, in a spot that probably gets pretty heavily casted to. I will not complain about that at all. Might walk up here and see if there's anything super fishy over here by the boat ramp. They're fishing off the little dock over here, it looks like. Maybe over here. catfishing gear. Oh, there's already somebody on shore over here. That's okay. Let's see what's going on over here. Oh, there's a little dock. Oh, there's my alarm. Okay. Yeah. Okay, back on the road. Got about an hour's drive to church. That was a nice little side trip. Caught a couple fish. Yeah, it was good. So, anyway, God bless you. Thanks for watching. See you next time.